Hi everyone, this is a small canvas board painted with oils. I call it the Midsummer Dance, and it's an abstraction of a male and a female. This is also the first and hopefully many to come, and with this tiny canvas, Kathy Arbor and I am launching our collaboration with focus on creating art every single day. So, on a rainy day in early August, I had a conversation with Kathy, and it turned out to be a conversation that spread out on several days where we kept returning to the topic about the importance of being creative every single day. I don't really recall who said what, but I know that we also talked about Lindsay the Frugal Crafter's Sketchbooks Floozy project, and I recall that I said that personally, I don't mind having a bunch of open journals, but what I do mind is when I flip through one and bam, right in front of me is a page that should have been done on a canvas. So much beautiful art is just hidden away in my sketchbooks, and I am never able to just walk up to my shelves and pick out that exactly right book when I'm looking for something. So on top of that, because there's also this issue, I am so frugal and I simply have to use up every inch of a watercolor size paper. So I have actually created paintings on both sides of my pages in my sketchbooks. And sometimes the back page is a great piece belonging to a double spread. So for me, it's not an option to tear stuff like that out and frame it. So I kind of talked myself into a new quest, and it is to try in the future to move more of my art from my journals into independent substrates. And last year I started to work with big poster size paper and also painted on large wooden framed canvases. So already now I just know how much storage these huge sheets and the wooden frames, they're just piling up as clutter in my art space. Kathy then suggested that, what about trying using a canvas board? And then she showed me one. And I immediately fell in love with it on the spot. Because I can see myself using a canvas wrapped board with a slim profile instead of this framed one. And I can also see that during a month, I actually managed to create a lot of different things, like different styles and also experimenting with different mediums. So imagine this. When you paint on a canvas board, it is just so much easier to store it afterwards because you can divide it up into certain categories. So never again you'll have to recall where in what sketchbook or what journal if you're looking for it. And then our conversation went over for days, and suddenly this idea was being born, and it transformed itself into something much bigger. And also including the community. Listen to this. I personally really want to get to know oil painting better, right? So I want to build up my skills working with this creamy medium, and with the risk of sounding like a real estate program from the TV chanting, location, location, location. I can only say that I know it will take like practice, practice, and more practice. So a daily tiny oil painting. Can you imagine if I somehow got worked into my daily routine and paint a tiny canvas board with oil? Oh my God, there is just so much benefit from working it into my daily day. Because first of all, if I paint every day, it will not be an issue with having a palette drying out. And second of all the tiny canvases, they don't look intimidating at all for me. I think muscle memory from working with something every day throughout a longer period, that is just priceless. The learning by doing is going to be so much more valuable instead of what I'm doing right now, where every time I have to paint with oils, I first have to dig out all the stash and then set up a palette. And it's just making it longer and longer between the painting sessions. So I am totally hooked on the whole idea of creating something every single day, and I am going to do it with oils. I can see myself getting inspiration to find topics because there's just so much to pick from. And that's how our chat sort of developed into this thing of making it into an open collaboration by inviting you all to join in on this journey. Kathy and I are going to create a painting every single day on a small canvas wrapped board with the measurement 5 inches times 5 inches. We are going to post a short upload on YouTube every day, so each of us are sharing with all of you, and the digital post will keep us accountable, hopefully, and help following along and support each other. My personal plan is to just do a short post on YouTube and then leave a recorded painting session, like, for instance, like the one that you're watching right now for my Patreons. And I think that over on my Patreon, my voiceover will be something like a log where I speak mostly about my art motivation, art mojo, and what's else on my mind. So it'll be like a journey I share with all the things that go through my mind, from great experiences to days where it's not so good. So it's going to be like a daily documentation. We have chosen not to put a time limit on this. We prefer that it could last a long time. It could be awesome if we could create every single day. But for now, we're just going to take one day at a time. And if there comes a couple of days where life just throws you a curved ball, and it doesn't mean that you're out of the collaboration, because all that matters is that you get back into the saddle and pick up where you left. So we are also talking about Instagram, because the little quadrant, that's just perfect picture size for post on Instagram. So I think that I will post my tiny canvases on IG and even trying to put them up for sale. It doesn't happen a lot, but once in a blue moon I get a comment on my IG from people who wants to buy what I have posted. And each time I had thought, sure, if you ring on my door and take it with you, no problem. But for me, the hard part is the shipping, and also how the hell do I find suitable packaging for like big posters and large wooden canvases? And big things often cost a fortune in shipping and could get damaged. So I feel differently with these tiny, sturdy canvases. I can see how I can ship them for less and that they can arrive safely wrapped. So I'm actually willing to try it out, but we'll see how it goes. But this collaboration is open for everyone who wants to join us. Just leave a comment on one of our daily uploads and we will make sure to get back to you by writing supporting comments on your uploads. It is just so much fun to doing this together with a team, and I am super ready to step up to this daily challenge. And I love the element of the daily documentation based on photos or videos. I just think that it will help me to stick to this for much longer than just a week. I think it's exciting. I hope you will give it a try. Bye bye.